Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about Google Meet, which is a new version of Google Hangouts. In the midst of this COVID-19 crisis, Google has decided to go after the competition with Zoom and make Google Meet accessible for everyone to host their own meetings. Now, originally Google Meet or Google Hangouts was only available for hosting if you had a paid Google account. Now it doesn't really matter if you are using a free Gmail account or have a Google Suite account. You can take advantage of this awesome and secure software in order to host your virtual online meetings. Now, the good thing about Google Meet is that it is very accessible from your browser. The bad thing about Google Meet is that you have to have a Google account, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that hosting services like Zoom don't require an account, especially if you are an attendee. But since most of us have Gmail accounts anyway, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and get started with this video conferencing software. Now, I think Google is trying to take advantage of all of the heat that Zoom is getting as far as video conferencing software is concerned. Now, with that, I want to address that, yes, Zoom has its security issues, but at the same time, if you are joining a Zoom meeting, or even if you're hosting a meeting that is non-secure, you don't necessarily have to worry about hackers getting into your computers or smart devices. Just make sure that you follow the steps that I've shared in previous videos to make sure that your Zoom meetings are safe. And moving forward, we can go ahead and talk about Google Meet and how you can quickly access this awesome program. So, as far as Google Meet is concerned, it's a matter of just going to the website meet.google.com. Once you're there and logged into your Google account like I am up here, and you can see my smiling face, you can have access to the Google Meet screen where you can set up your own meeting or join a meeting. Going back to that screen here, you can just click on this section here where you can either join a meeting and put in your own meeting code, or you can you can join a meeting by entering a nickname and leaving it blank. Another way that you can get into this awesome free app is by going into your Google or Gmail account, and you can now have access to your Google Meet from there. As you can see from your Gmail interface, you can just go over to where it says start a meeting, or you can quickly click on join a meeting. Just a quick way for you to get into that user interface that allows you to access or start a meeting quickly. For some of us, it may be a challenge to go to that Google website. Others, since we're already in Gmail, Google's just making it a lot quicker for you to access and get that set up. But as far as setting up your meeting, and keep in mind, we are limited on what I can show you with Google Meet because I'm currently using my webcam to do this video, but I can at least show you how you can get started with your own interface, and hopefully you can take it from there, because joining a meeting is no different than doing Zoom. So from Gmail, let's go ahead and click on start a meeting. Once you start a meeting, you will get the Google Meet app that will show up. Gives you your a PIN number and an ID, but once you click on the app, it will show you your camera screen, which obviously in this instance has failed, but you can see here my microphone is being picked up because you can see the little cursor right here. But once you're in, you can click on join now, and it will allow you to host your own meeting, which is what I'm showing here. You can add others from this screen by sharing the URL here as well with the PIN number, or you can click on your address book and add people as well from into your Google Meeting, which makes it a lot easier to get people to join. I'm getting distracted here because I'm looking at this little microphone with my face jumping up and down. But when in the meeting, there's several things that you can do, which are similar to Zoom, which make this obviously an attempt as far as Google Meet to become a Zoom killer. I love that word, Zoom killer. So anyway, let's go back and show you some of the things that you could do. So we're in our pretend meeting minus my video. Things that you can do within the Zoom meeting obviously is chat. If you click on the chat window, similar to Zoom and some of the other platforms out there, it'll show you everyone that is listed that you can chat with. Let's go ahead and click chat off or go to people. And then there's the people that are listed in the meeting. If we click back on our main screen, it'll take us out of the chat window and back to the main video screen. One of the good things that you can do with Zoom Meet is that you can turn on captions. So as you're talking, oh, look at that. You can actually see closed captioning, which is great because one of the things, and I'm not aware of which video platforms allow you to do this, but you can actually have your captioning going on as you are speaking through your meeting, which is great because if you're a non-participant, you can see what people are saying and not necessarily have to listen into the Zoom meeting. To turn captions off, you can just click off captions, and then the closed captioning within the software will be turned off. Another awesome feature, which is included in under most video platform software, and I guess I will turn on captions so that you can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm saying this. You can click on the Present Now button, which allows you to actually go in and present your screen. So you can either do your entire screen, which is currently this screen. You can also do a window, which is something that Zoom and some of the other platforms do. And you can also do a Chrome tab, which is native to Google Meet, whereas the other ones can allow you to show your browser as long as it is open in the window. But Google Meet obviously lets you show a Google tab. So some of the stuff that I have is Meet, and then there's a snoozed window that I have there. If I wanted to present now and show my screen, I can click a window, and then whatever windows I have open, I can definitely click on share, and it will actually let me share that window. I'm still getting a kick of how my face is flashing as I'm talking about Google Meet. But the good thing about Google Meet is that it allows you, or it integrates many of the properties that are included in some of the other video conferencing software, such as Skype and Zoom, that allow you to easily migrate to this platform. Obviously, if you are a big Google user, if you're a user of Google Suite, or if you just use the free Google product, it definitely allows you to integrate this into, say, Google Calendar and even Google Mail. So it's great for Google users. But at the same time, if you are a Zoom user, you can utilize that as well too. So one of the other features that I wanted to show, let me get in here. You can add attachments to your meeting to share files back and forth with people. Now, this is good if you're in a situation where you are collaborating back and forth with coworkers, but like most video security out there, you want to make sure that you can keep your meeting safe and secure by not allowing video sharing to go on within your meeting. But again, Google Meets is pretty similar to Zoom and some of the other video platforms out there. So it shouldn't be a hard process for most people to start to use the Meet by either accessing it from Gmail or by going to the website and clicking a meeting and getting started. It's a web-based interface. The only downside that I can see as far as using Google Meet is the simple fact that you do have to have a Google account. Unlike Zoom, but like Skype, you do have to have a Skype account. So it shouldn't be that hard of a process for you to get acquainted with Google Meet. So hopefully you'll check out the new Google Meet. Take advantage of it now, especially because you can host your own meetings for free, whereas you couldn't before and you had to have a G Suite account in order to do it. You can expect the same robust features from all of the other video platforms out there. When you're selecting a video chat platform, always make sure that you take the time to investigate what each video chat platform offers, and then you can best decide which video platform is going to be best for you. So with that said, if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you to find out or to answer any questions that you have about Zoom meetings, and to answer any other tech questions or offer any tech advice that you may have. Speaking of all tech stuff, be sure to subscribe to either myself. I should be pointing to me. So to myself, Burton, Kelso, the technology expert, or to my company, Integral. We're all over social media and on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe or follow us on social media to keep up with the latest tech tips and trends that are going on with technology. So with that said, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, and thanks for watching.